Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. New video. Just to let you know, we have previously gone over ratios and proportions, and I'm going to give you a little hint on this one. We're going to use ratios and proportions to solve some word problems, and these are everyday problems, and you're going to use these all the time. So pretty much from here out to the end of the year, you're going to be using things like these. These are awesome. They're really easy to do, and we're going to show you a lot of these, so just be prepared. Your objective for this particular video is you should be able to calculate the missing value of a proportion. Same as the last video, but these ones are in a different form. You do need worksheet number 1 because I'm going to give you some free answers. So you want to go grab that right now, and then we're going to go over the first 4. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, what you're going to see is you're going to start seeing some word problems, and word problems are pretty awesome when it comes to proportions because they're really easy, but there's also a few things you must do. So make sure you're listening to this video very carefully. Okay? Number 1 says the ratio of boys to girls is 3 to 2. If there are 12 boys, how many girls are there? Now, this is a typical proportion. I know this because it's comparing two different amounts. I have a ratio of 3 to 2, which is on one side, and I also know that there's 12 boys on the other side. So I'm going to create a proportion to solve this. And to do that, I'm also going to make sure that I label. Labels are really, really important when we do these types of problems because we will get confused very easily. So I want to show you how we're going to do this first. It says boys to girls. That means boys is 3. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to say 3 boys, 2 girls. And what I did is I created a proportion top to bottom. I did it just as I read it. Now, it says if there are 12 boys. Well, I'm going to write in my second side of my proportion, I'm going to write the boys in the same line. They must line up. That means they must be in the same line. You see that they're both at the top. And it says how many girls are there? Well, I don't know how many girls, so I'm going to write X girls. Now, how do I solve? Well, really simple. I can cross multiply and divide, or I can do the traditional method. I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. I'm going to cross multiply 12 and 2. Okay? 12 and 2 is 24, and 24 divided by 3 equals 8. So it should be 8 girls. Okay, my answer is 8 girls. Make sure you realize that's an 8. My answer is 8 girls. And that's how you do these. Alright, another one. Example number 2. Remember, labels are really important. Okay? So for example number 2, here we go. It says, it takes 1 super giant pizza to feed 3 people. Okay, gotta be careful. That means 1 pizza feeds 3 people. Okay, and that's what it says already. And then it says, if you invite 36 people, how many pizzas will you need? Well, we don't know how many pizzas, so it's X pizzas. And remember, I am using my label. Okay, and I wanted 36 people, so I have 36 people down here at the bottom. Okay, and we can cross multiply and divide, or we can do the traditional method, either one. I'm going to cross multiply and divide for this one. 36 times 1, remember we cross. Okay, 36 times 1 is 36, and we're going to go ahead and divide that by 3. So 36 divided by 3, well, that equals 12. So how many pizzas do I need? 12 pizzas, and that is my answer. Okay, really simple to do. I need 12 pizzas. We're going to go on and do the next one. Okay, and example number 3, which we will see right now. All right. It says at a recent party, it costs $9.50 for refreshments for 10 guests. Hey, that's a ratio. $9.50 for refreshments, and I'm going to use, okay, it's got a long letter. And yeah, that was the cat. We're going to continue. Sorry, guys. Alright, $9.50 for refreshments, and that serves 10 guests. So we're going to write 10 guests, and we're going to create our proportion. Remember, we use our equal sign. It's 2 ratios. And it says, at this rate, how much would it cost to have refreshments for 80 guests? So we're going to put 80 guests here. And I'm going to put X at the top, and I'm just going to put R for refreshments this time. Okay, so how do we solve this? Well, we can do cross multiply and divide. Unfortunately, I don't really want to do 950 times 8 and then divide by 10, so I'm going to do the traditional method. Okay, and remember, I am going from this to X. That's what I need to know. So how does 10 become 80? Well, we multiply by 8. So I'm going to do the same thing for 950. 950 times 8, we're going to go ahead and do on the side, $9.50. And we're going to multiply that by 8, 0, and 40. And we're going to 9 times 8 is 72, plus 2 is 76, and we move our decimal place 2 places because that's how many we have on the side. Okay, and that means 76. So that's $76. Okay, so refreshments are $76, and that's your answer for number 3. One more, here we go. Alright, this is number 4. Let's change the colors up. That little yellow is not working very well. Last one, here we go. It says Mary has saved $17.50 in the past 3 weeks. That's a rate. $17.50 of savings. And it's 3 weeks. Okay, well, that's what we have. Now it says at this rate, which means we're going to be doing something equivalent. At this rate, how much will she save in 15 weeks? Okay, 15 weeks. And we can use cross multiply and divide. Unfortunately, I don't want to do 1750 times 15 and divide it by 3. That sounds like a lot. So I'm going to use the traditional method. I want to know how much she'll save in 15 weeks. And I don't know how much, so I'm going to say X dollars. That's going to be my label for this one. And how does 3 become 15? Well, 3 becomes 15 by 5. I'm going to do the same thing to the top. Multiply by 5. 1750 times 5, I'm going to do on the side. 1750 times 5. Give me a 0. 25. Carry my 2. Oh, yep. Draw my line. 2 places. Sorry. 0 places. 2 total. Yep. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 is 37. Carry my 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 2 places over, $87.50. So it should be $87.50, and that is my answer. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do these 4. They are all proportions, okay? Because they're talking about rates and ratios. And when we do that, we're going to talk about proportions. It's the easiest way to solve these problems. Super easy. Do not forget your labels. If you don't have your labels, I don't count it. Ladies and gentlemen, your job is to finish this side and the back side, and you're done. Good luck, and we're out.